Alright, welcome to the start of a new interview series. I was originally going to do Tokiyaki. I was going to go back to that, but I didn't have much time doing the episodes tonight, so I figured, why not start this one? Yeah, this is an anime that actually started back just not even 3 months ago. They're dubbing the season right now, and season 2 is expected to come out in July. I'm like, that's quick. Yeah, really quick. So, basically so far, now, by the way, this has been revealed on Twitter that Christina Kelly, who is the voice of the character Ren from Chain Soldier, this is actually one of 4 shows that she is in fact the director of. She directs this one, Reincarnated Dragon Hatchling, Chain Soldier, and that Idol anime, which is on season 3 now. Yeah, she directs all 3 of these. I'm like, okay. Now, as for the Idol anime, I don't have current plans to check out that one right now. I do know that a lot of people are not happy with the ending of the series. One person basically burned his whole manga because basically he hated the ending. I, of course, never read the manga, so I do not have an opinion on it. So we're discussing anime known as Hell Mode. Yes, it's an isekai anime, and it's also one where we have a character summoned into a video game. So, basically the opening scene is you have the main character. By the way, in the flashback, he just looked like he's a guy who plays video games constantly. I read he's also a salaryman too. He's 35 years old. So I'm guessing he spends his money on probably paying rent and buying all these video games. And apparently the video game he just beat took 3 years to beat. 3 years. It was thinking, maybe if I get it, it'll be 10 years. Apparently he's also got no romantic interest at all. He looks like he lives by himself. I'm like, really? This is all he does when he's not working? Just like video games? Well, I can't criticize myself for that because I watch anime tokusatsu stuff. But at least I do other stuff besides that. I don't just watch this stuff all day on my day off. I actually go places. It looks like also he spends money also on energy drinks, soda, probably keep himself awake. I don't know if he spends all night basically video games. If that's the case, I'm surprised man doesn't fall asleep at work. So, basically, he finds a game, and he's open like, I think 10 years. So he wants to finish the game when he's 45. So he played the last game since he was 32. Yeah. Video games don't take 3 years to base. My guess is the reason why it took him 3 years to finish the video game. It's not because it's continuous. I think because basically he kept into it because he had to go to work. That is my guess anyways. It is not because basically that I've never heard of a game hour thing basically taking 3 years. Like the longest I've heard is maybe like 3 or 4 days at most, because I highly doubt a video game company wants a video game to take 3 years to complete. Yeah. So he sometimes got a new game. I don't know if he buys it per se, just looks them online, and like, it's like we have all these modes. Like, it's Hell Mode, which so apparently it's a mode of video game. We have all these classes, including Demon Lord. Apparently Summoner's got the max. He's also got a thing, he's a Seraph. Okay. So then he agrees to it, and then he gets instantly transported to another world. Now, by the way, the whole thing of him doing something like this, getting transported, not the first time I've seen this happen. Believe it or not, this has happened like 3 times. 3 or 4 times. The character plays a video game, and then he's summoned to the game itself. Here's the anime that I've seen in. How Not the Seven Demon Lord. Yep. Let's see. I think it was like Demon Lord Retried. This did happen with that one. What else was it? Harem Alive in the World. I think it wasn't a game per se, but they use a screen to do this. The live middle-aged online shopper. I think that's it. It's the only thing I can think of anyways. That's this one. So he is summoned, and instead of basically like coming as he is reincarnated. You're like, what? A video game who summons him gets reincarnated. I'm like, that's different. So he has just born, and by the way, in the English dub, this kid who is named Alan, as his reincarnation, he is voiced by, of all people, Lucy Christian. Yep, Lucy Christian. I think that's awesome. Oh, did I know ahead of time she was doing this? Yes, I did. So, now the 26th series I've heard her in now. Yeah, but not the first one from HIDIVE. Basically, where it is, well, from her. So, those of you probably thinking, like, what is the very first anime that I have seen where Lucy Christian, here's one of the anime that I've seen where she has done dubs for HIDIVE. Is there Heroes Dungeon? Sodoroya. I think she fulfilled Night. Let's see. Farming Level, which season 2 is in right now. I'm waiting for the dub. The Amazon Shadow. The Demons Are Master Excalibur Academy. Actually, no, that was not. That was on Crunchyroll. So let's see. Low Life in the World. My Team is So Powered. It's like 7. Yeah, though in the case of Low Life, she played like a side character. My instability is overpowered. This one, she played the female lead of the show. Yeah, a lot of the series I've seen her, normally when she does play the female lead. But the other ones I can think of she's done it for. One Piece, obviously. My Hero Academia. Do I think she female lead in Dragon Ball Super? I would say a kind of a yes. Is it Dragon Dungeon? Yes. Though she has a co-female lead title with Eyes. Though I think she takes more of the title. Sheffield Knight, obviously. Farming Life, that one, she does a female lead in that one. The Risk Schedule Revenge. This is kind of weird with this one. I know I heard her voice in this one, but somehow they credit somebody else, even though I heard her voice. The Reincarnation Strongest X in the World. Yes, she is female lead in this one. Emma's Shadow. No, she's not female lead. She's actually, she plays the main character's sister. Yeah, no joke about that. Demons Are Master Academy. Yes, female lead in that one. Someone got stronger from my farming skills. I would say kind of a yes. Lower Life. No, actually. Might Be Powered? No. Just saying? No, Hell Mode. So, not many of them, basically, she's in the lead. So, yeah, and we found out, basically, parents named Rodan and Teresa. She figures, basically, well, Alan figures that his mom probably is in teens. I've actually checked, she's in her early 20s. Actually, she's like 23. His father, Rodan, that's how it's spelled on the line. He's like 20s. That part she got right. So, they're serifs, obviously. Of course, he knew about this ahead of time. So, then, of course, he goes to bed after eating some bread for dinner. And then he summons... Not a save screen. Oh, no. Because that's a normal thing for reincarnation. Almost pretty much everyone, or your reincarnation isekai, status screens are very, very common. This is one they do not do that one. Nope. They use a grimoire. I'm like, okay, that's different. They summon grimoire. He summons a bug. Yes. Where... It's kind of a gacha game. He also summons a bird, which the bird itself is actually it's actually part of the image for the show itself. I think he also summons a couple bugs. I think it was like one bug. He also summoned a bug, which was a grasshopper. He also summoned 2 mice. And then over time, basically, he basically starts speaking pretty politely. We see his father's also a hunter, a juice buddy. You're like, oh, what a very polite 1-year-old. And then, of course, over time, when he turns 3, we find out 2 major things. Well, he gets, basically, we can see the debut of his childhood friend, basically, a girl he knows named Karina, who's voiced by the younger sister of Monica Rial, Natalie Rial. And only the 12th series of her doing. You're like, really? Only 12? Yeah, sadly, but I have not really seen her in a lot, per se. It's nothing against her, per se. It's just, I haven't really come across her. Yeah. Now, yeah, it's a little sister, but she's basically the half-sister. But basically, she is Monica Rial's sister. There's no denying that. This way, now share the same... I think it's probably like the same. I think it's probably the same mom, but probably different fathers. Yeah. I have not come across a lot of anime, basically, she's been in. Not really. Yeah, there's one that came out just recently, where they just released a dub for it, and I still haven't seen it yet, which was Young Dargo Chase Me All Over the World. That's the most recent dub she's been in, aside from this one. Yeah. Now, as for... yeah, basically the dub basically started like right after I finished reviewing it. Yeah, and the last episode, when I last looked at it, it actually has the highest views I have ever seen for any of my videos. Which, when I last looked at it, was over 5,000! You're like, really? Yeah, really. Yeah, of course, now that Rial is currently in another series I'm reviewing right now. Chain Soldier reprising her role as Himari Azuma. Yes, and in the most recent episode, her character decided to make out with the main character while her mom was there, and her mom and her grandma was encouraging them to basically, basically her mom was encouraging the make-out session, and the grandmother was encouraging her to have kids with him. Yes, seriously. So, he's swordplay, and of course has physical labor, and then of course his mom gives birth to his baby brother Mash. Which, of course, she's like, did you name him after a monster again? I highly doubt the name Alan comes a monster. I get maybe Mash, but Alan? Alan seems like a normal guy's name. But Mash? I can kind of buy that. So, he's got a baby brother now. And, well... And, of course, that's pretty much it. And this is over the course of, like, one episode. One. Yeah, because the only time Sally to do one, and that's basically Born Again at the bottom tier. Yeah, and however, he will have a lot of growing to go. But it's something of the fact that we start out basically where he's just born, and then we jump ahead about a year later, and then basically we jump ahead 1 year after he was born, and then we have a 2-year time skip where he's now 3, and now he's an older, he is a big brother. Yeah, he's a little brother. Yeah, in case you're curious, though, yes, of course, I have a younger brother, too. He's 2 years younger than me. I, of course, I don't remember exactly how I acted when I was born, so there's that. So, that's pretty much a particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and notifications. Next up, I'm doing a new shout-out for Blue Exorcist, okay? Thanks, you. Bye.